Hey, good afternoon, LinkedIn. Dave Wilson of the Ring of Fire show. Hey, listen, I got a couple things about social media that you should be doing this weekend for staffing when you're not in the office. So be right back after this. Hey, happy Friday, everyone. You think it will be, hopefully, with all the staffing and everything over the weekend. Hey, listen, I was going over some research here for the amount of jobs, and then I'm going to get into social media, what you should actually be doing today if you want to succeed in some of the job postings. Right now, I'm not kidding you. I was looking up, it's like close to over 20,000 jobs within the Lehigh Valley, and that's the surrounding within about 15-mile range. But that's all industries from, hospitality, customer service, and your logistics. And that's what takes up a lot of it right there. Companies from, Amazon, Uline, People First, Aldi's, Keurig, Tesla, Crayola, XPO, FedEx, Walmart's, all of them. The list goes on and on and on. The good thing is the pay rates are kind of averaging out now. They're roughly between $17 to $18 within the logistics area where you need to be, because then you want to have as many people jump, over to the next job, and listen, you knew it was coming. Everybody wanted a $15, minimum wage. Well, you got it. We got it. It's not going to go backwards. If you think this $15 an hour is going to in hospitality, it's going to stay if you want to be successful. There is no getting around it. If you don't utilize social media properly, you're going to fail. Simple. Fail. And you might as well come up with a plan of keeping the employees that you have now. You're going to get your stragglers coming in here and there. You're going to get people to jump, like I said, from job to another job. Simple. You're not going to stop it. And if everybody thinks that in September, mark my words, if everybody thinks in September that we're going to open the doors and here's the stars and we are getting everybody back to work, you're wrong. I'm telling you, it's not going to be an ending. The way the numbers don't match. They just don't match. And I don't care. If you don't utilize social media in your logistics or anything and utilizing the platforms correctly, you will fail. You're going to keep the staff that you have, and you're going to occasionally, by the time you bring them in, you got some leaving. You're not going to balance off. Only if you really, we've talked about it this morning with Chris Heckman, you need to talk about your culture. You need to talk about the perks of the jobs, because listen, a lot of them, when they stroll through the job boards, 15, 16, no, 16, 17, 18, no, you see what I'm saying? They don't even read the job description. That's the problem. So if you're posting jobs on social media, put everything about your company first. Treat them like gold, right? In the staffing companies, don't just handle them a line of bull. Be honest with the people. If it's a temp to perm, you need to say it's temp to perm. You don't need to say, oh yeah, we need 20 people. You're going to get hired. You're going to get caught on that. And what's going to happen is they're going to leave. You need to be honest with the candidates. Treat them like we were talking this morning. Treat them like gold. Make the hiring experience out of this world. From everybody, from the managers, welcome people, do something to stand out among everybody else, because like I said, it'll settle down. what you have probably in July is the amount of people you're probably going to have. So you better get used to it, because the bigger companies are the ones that are really losing. And I told people before, once we go over to social media, go right after them and pluck them out of there. I've said it numerous times. That's your work pool. Some of the bigger companies, that if you offer something different in perks, you're a smaller company, you can do that. So if you can get in there and get your message to them, you're going to succeed. So the first thing, I did this show the other night, but I wanted to show everybody. It's a thing called Business Suite. All right. Facebook came out with a thing called Business Suite, and every single thing is included, everything what you need. Think of it this way. While you're off, let social media run properly. If you listen to some of this stuff, it's a longer show, so you don't have to right now, but if you take it serious, listen, all these job postings you're putting on there, you get no response, because some of the pages, they're allowing some of the staffing companies to post 7 jobs. You scroll, geez, these express. They don't even see that, and they're not looking. So you need to think of something else. Have your team meeting, listen to your managers. And if the managers don't give you idea, then say, what do we do? Seriously, go to your manager as your recruiter, or even in the industry as a corporate. What do we do? It's not a hard question, because if you're getting do this, you can't find it. They're all in the same boat. Everybody says you can't find candidates, and you're right, but it's here to stay. So get over it. Get over it constantly saying we can't find people. You got to figure it out, because what you have is what you're going to get. So get your message out. Business Suite is altogether the same thing on social media. I kind of like it. So if you've never heard of it and you're in marketing, or you're a manager in staffing, talk to them. Business Suite for your business, right? It's perfect. Everything blends in together. Now think of that. Wouldn't it be nice on social media if it all ran by itself? When I go through some of these slides here, when you go through it all, think about it. It just grabs you candidates to reach out to. Again, over the weekend's a very good time anymore to move people. Listen, hit them hard with the weekends with the videos. Have some of your recruiters, have some of your team, do a video together. And get this, do a video during the week, right? And then premiere it on the weekend. Set a time. Good time is 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. Set a time when to premiere that video, because that's going to be listed like that. And that's really important. When you're having a job fair, when you're having milestones, and what I mean by that, in social media, you'll see on your first page a milestone. Now, maybe you only have like 1,000 likes, right? A milestone. Create the milestone. We're up to 500 jobs open, right? You'll see your engagement go right up the roof, because it's a milestone. So social media will put it out more without the cost. But these things here, the first thing I want to show you, it's not rocket scientist, is a calendar. Don't worry about your other things. This is a calendar. Right here. I made one up simple here. I have a DJ business on the side, and I'm just starting to learn all this. But if you see here, it's kind of hard if you have a cell phone, but I have my appointment already made. Somebody's going to come to this certain date. I have it all scheduled, appointment details and all your notes. So think about that. All your notes, and make your appointments right there. Now you'll say, well, we got to make an appointment on our spreadsheet staffing. Listen, do what you want. If you want to make it easier, this really, if you work it well, will get your message to the other candidates. So look, over the weekend, they can book, they can book time with you. You get some pushback, well, it won't work. Yes, it does. But you got to be, it takes like about 3 months, if you really haven't done any of this, to start seeing results. Now you're going to start seeing more candidates calling. It's a fact. I said, I don't just say this to blow it up there. You know what I mean? I'm telling you the truth from experience, that if you utilize this, you're going to end up winning ahead of your competitors. So again, wow, think of that. They can schedule it right there. So when you come in on Monday morning, wow, you got 7 people, just assuming. The next part, what I like about is you can schedule your post. And what I mean by that is I want you to take a look at this. So right here in Business Suite, over to the left, you can't see it, but we'll get to it. May 10th, 6:55 p.m. But say you want to schedule your video right now. Do a video and have fun with it, right? Schedule the date as a premiere. That's when it's going to go out. So you could put 2 dates. You can do whatever you want. But think about that. You've got their messages. Now you're having them schedule you're going to premiere a video. So over the weekend, when you're just sitting there, your video is going to pop up. Hey, that's me. Simple. It's not rocket scientist. And again, I know people will sit there and say, well, I don't know. They don't trust social media for privacy. Good luck. Because I just tell everybody, send it to the friggin' cloud. Do you know what the cloud is? If you don't want your private information, it makes sense. Send it to the cloud. It's more secure than just social media. Listen, and social media experts can find anything about anybody on here. It's so easy. You'd be surprised if you're really good at it, what you can find with people on their postings and everything that goes on. It's not as private as you think, but so is the cloud. So think about that on the scheduling part right there. You've already had them look. Now you're going to schedule a post, right? The next one I always hear, this is my favorite, is you make a Facebook album just like you do with your family. Nothing different. And remember, this is all on one business suite. So when you're thinking of images, you get to people, corporate, and I've been there and done it. They'll say, you can't utilize the companies. Listen, you need to ask your client, can you utilize the image or video that they've made? If they say no, it's hard. If I went to a company and just said, like Pepsi and Coke, hey, can I use a picture of a Pepsi can? And they say yes, that's great. Because you're going to be able to post these jobs and people are not going to see them on these regular job boards. So really, really take my advice. And if you're a good company and you great culture, right, then it's fabulous. People are going to know, hey, I'm going to work for Blue Triton. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm going to work for FedEx. Hey, I'm going to work for it doesn't matter. But you get my point there. So that's the most important thing that you want to do. Get the client to say yes. There's nothing wrong because you can go on Google and there's other sites that have non-licensed images. So everybody says, oh, you can't use Google images. Yes, you can. There's a certain spot on there with a drop down that Google places images right in there for anybody. It's just saying, all right. But what I like about it is, look, it's the same thing. You're creating your albums. So everybody, you can fill it up with 15, 20 images. Here you can see, I do weddings and everything on the side business. And, you hit this, you see it. You don't have to struggle because while you're working during the week, you got a lot of things going in high volume staffing. They're just coming in. You don't have time. But this is where the kind of stuff you need to take a recruiter out of it or something and have them work on the social media. Don't take it off because I am telling you, again, you will fail. You're going to struggle this summer. You're going to have to figure it out. You're not going to have the amount of candidates that you need if you don't go to all the social media platforms. Everybody, the different platforms are meant for different cultures, different jobs, different demographics. Twitter, for example, okay, you can place that out there that you have jobs or you have, engineer jobs. It doesn't matter. Utilize that because the chances of engineers being on social media, they're there, but they're not really looking for a job like that. So Twitter might help you on that part. The TikTok, it's not one of my favorites. I just think on LinkedIn, when I see these TikTok videos, it's just not professional. I'm sorry. That needs to be on Facebook. That's just my opinion, and when I look at them, I just scroll past them. It just look idiotic. People dancing and for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, keep that on Facebook, keep it on TikTok, and you might represent yourself well. Now, if you are on TikTok and you really, a little bit of a fun video, but get your message. The people just dancing on there, well, come on out for a job and doesn't have anything on there, it's useless. They'll get their few likes and everybody says, well, I got 10,000 views. How'd it work for you? If you've got a lot of staff, maybe it does, my opinion. So that was the album. And keep all your pictures on there. The next one, a lot of people do not know this. And what I try to tell them is, you don't know whether your account, Facebook, social media page is working well. Well, they came out with a thing called account quality. account quality. Think about that. So you can check on your page right here, recent account issues. Now I just started this page. Welcome, David, account quality. I don't have any issues, outstanding and resolved. So when you place a ticket or something, the setting's not wrong, or say they put you in Facebook jail and everything like that, you click on that in Business Suite, and then you have all your information right in front of you. You have it right there. Oh, I didn't have it set up right. All the issues and your account and your account status overview are right on that. So remember what I said, all this is going to come to where you see at the end here, all together. It sounds sometimes confusing, but it's really not. It's not as hard as you think if you learn it. So the next one, what I like is the account quality. We already did, personal account. We already did that one there, so we don't have to do that. Let me see here. Create your business manager account. Let me see if this one is. Nope. Let's see right here. All right. So a lot of the companies that do use social media don't even realize, if you haven't heard of this word and you're in marketing, or you're in, into branches or corporate, if you've never heard of business manager on your page, then you're missing out. You need to get your page verified through for Facebook. You need to get it verified. Why? Think about it. A lot of the pages, a lot of people just do side things, everything like that. You get your count by putting your PIN number, your tax ID, whatever you need to put on there, Social Security for smaller businesses. Again, it's not going to, you're not going to, can you get hacked? Yeah, but it's trustworthy. All right. I've never had any issues, but you could never say never, right? People can hack in, but if you've never heard of Business Manager, check it out. All it is just by clicking here, create your Business Manager account. Right there, you just submit it. Look, you need to assign permissions to a lot of people. You put your recruiters on there as editors. You put whoever's in charge as an admin. They can do all the changes, but your team can do all the postings. They just can't change all the settings because you don't want to do that. Keep one. You have to keep two. Keep two on as admin. I would just keep marketing and whoever's in the branch or your highest recruiter level. That way they can keep the page all up to date, and all your team can just go ahead and do your job postings through Ads Manager. And I'm going to talk about that because that's the most important. So the next thing I like is when you go on Business Suite, it gives you, when you open it up, all your home pages, it shows everything here. Create videos using images, edit, publish, and schedule posts, new insights. Everything I'm talking about here is, if you just go there, you're going to see what's new. And this is your home page, basically. This is everything about what you're going to need, what I'm talking about. And if you utilize it right, you're going to win on that, because as we said, from start to finish, it's really taking care of itself as it comes together. The next one is what I really like. And your insights on social media are your most important. Do you know where your ad's going? Everybody's like, how do you know that? Business Suite puts out a report for you where you're going. Again, I have a DJ business of 26 years. So I just started this because I never had to. It was always for 26 years, they just call word of mouth. But what I did with the COVID here, I was like, you know what, let me just start one. And what's nice about it is when I run my ads, I put down the cities and where I want it to go. So this next ad, I can tell that 25 to 35-year-old women, 70.4% have watched this, went to my page, versus men 34 to 44, only 20-some%. Oh, no, not even yet, 20%. But look at the town. So I know I'm hitting Bethlehem, PA, my ads, Easton, Phillipsburg, Wrigglesville, Allentown, Flemington, New Jersey, Upper Black Eddy, Kittnersville, Holland, New Jersey, and Milford. So when you put your areas in there, wouldn't it be nice to actually know where your ads are hitting? You might be hitting another area that there's nobody in. So if you're in the middle of a cow field, your logistics center, listen, if you're not looking at this daily and seeing the age brackets, right? It's just giving you the insights. So it makes sense here on the DJ thing, that most of the women were for weddings, and that's I get to know, but it gives me the insights. And the same thing, if you're hiring candidates, where your ad's going. And we're going to get to that here shortly. So don't forget about that part. Sorry there. So demographics, look. So most of my people, Bethlehem, Easton, and Phillipsburg. That's where within close 20 minutes of them. So that really helps. So it gives you all your insights. Your next, your stories, right? When you schedule everything, you're going to be able to see right here. I'm going to show you. You're going to be able to see, oh, not that one. I'm not the best. Here we go. So you're going to see all your calendar where you have all your ads going. So when you schedule your ads, here I had 2 scheduled on Sunday. You can schedule them out all week. So being Friday or Thursday, you want to make your ads up. Make some good ones, really solid ones. And I'm going to tell you how you boost it. But if you do them right, think about it. While you're off on the weekend, and maybe you're working Saturday a couple hours, let social media work for you. Sunday night, schedule it at 9 o'clock. I'm telling you, priceless. Big sporting events. If you know sporting events are going on, place them right like at halftime if it was football. I'm telling you, halftime at football, and each quarter, schedule it out. Priceless. You'll get a lot of people from that. But look at the events on TV. I think the horse races, right? So you never know. Maybe you're posting any job in professional services and they like horse riding. There you go. That's where you hit it right there. So you get the idea on that. But there again, look, the calendar, schedule it out. Works great. You can't lose with this. I mean, because now you're going to see what you have scheduled. So now it'll take you like 15, 20 minutes to write up some good ads, post them there, premiere them, and it works for you while you're home off with your family. Let it work for you, because if you're not utilizing this, someone else is, and they're going to win. They're going to take the candidates over the weekend. Wow, this company's hiring. I'm going there. They're gone. They will jump just like that. And again, you need to have, this will have everything for you, which I'm going to show you on all your platforms all at once. So the next one here is content, right? So what's engaging? Everybody says, engagement, right? What makes your employees engage? What triggers it? Again, a DJ business, get this. So I did my insights and I want to see. So here I did some image here is for a wedding, 521 people, right? They viewed it. Then it scrolls down 146, 112, and all these areas here. But this is a video. So look how the video, I'm sorry, it was a video. Look how that video extended the reach versus some of these other ones. And that there is what I'm telling you is you need to know what your candidates or your pool is looking at. So when I go back, I'm like, wow, that one really worked well. You can schedule that in 3 weeks, premiere it, throw it out on a Sunday night, put it back out there 3 weeks from now. Look at your insights, look at it. Again, you can see here, and you look, you see all your ads. So figure out the content, what they like. Maybe there's some images. Listen, images work well if you really see what works. And I'm going to get into that by it. Social media will explain that to you and show you where your ads are going, because a lot of people post these ads and I'm telling you, I see it. I'm able to put 10 companies in and monitor you. So I can monitor your content. Doesn't matter if I put 10 companies in, I can tell what your best ad for the week. That's where I get a lot of the information. I get it from you. So if I know one company's hiring, right, another staffing company, I have them all listed. I changed it up. Well, they want putting 6 ads out there. This one's putting 30. Look at that. But you see my point? I follow you. So in social media, as like say if you just work for any staffing company or corporate, social people, you're going to know where it's at. So I always click on the number 1 of your weeks. And I'm like, that worked good for you? Might work good for us. So think about that. That's insights. That is powerful, because I can tell you what all of them show. It's just a fact. The next one, what I like is the trends. The trends this here, and I'm going to explain that. Trends are very, very important. It's really simple. It's just a graph. That's it. So you can see the date and what works. So when I say that, I look at this. Look, here's a trend, right? April 14th, 18th. I did something there on about the 20th. Something worked. And then something worked on about May 7th. So at the end of the week, or the end of the month, you can do this all monthly, you'll be able to follow your trends. Okay, team, what did you do here? What did you do? And then it lowered down. You can see these are my ads that I just started this social media page. I've never had to before because it was just word of mouth again. But now I'm watching this. And now I can see what ads work well. It's as simple as that. There's nothing. I love that. And again, that's so important for you to find candidates for it. Think about it. It's not rocket science. Maybe it was a cool looking image or image of the company or something that you've done, like, you promoted employees, you're shaking their hands. Congratulations. Here's a referral bonus. Hey, you got to try it all. And what Facebook does is you can put 6 images, seriously, 6, same ad, behind the scenes, ads manager. I'm going to show you that. And then social media, Facebook chooses while you're spending the one that's performing the best. It's called a split test. I love it because you can see what works, what gets the attention of the candidates, right? I mean, so your engagement, all this is about engagement and insights. That's all it's about. And it helps for the staffing because now you're going to see what they're looking at. And wow, they like this one. Maybe that was Mother's Day or, Easter. It doesn't matter. You'll be able to see that. So that's on trends. Again, that looks like that. The next one on your business suite is, I hear it all the times. This is about all your messages and where you can talk to people all in the same thing. So here, I'm going to show you. Here it is. So here, look, here's all my messages. Here's where I talk to them, right? But you can do so much. You can label them different colors. You can add details about what it is. Red, make it important. Today's date. Chat plugin, whether you want to put a chat plugin, because chat plugins do work. People might feel, I utilize the chat at night because I know they're going to reach out to me during the day. But again, look, you have so many from your Instagram, Facebook, automated responses. Let them come to you. Let them come to you. And you have to answer your messages. If you don't do it and keep yourself above a 60%, I've said this before. A lot of people don't know. If you're on Business Suite, you're on Ads Manager, it will show you that you're not listening. You're not responding. Your recruiters aren't responding. 12-hour time, average time to response, 15, 18, 3 days, right? Facebook's not going to push it out because you're not answering your message. Now, I've told people before, you have to be above 60%. And that would be the management to look at that. Whoever's running your team. You could have in your morning meeting, hey, is everybody listening to messages? Oh, yeah, I hear it all the time. Been there, done it. And you could say, no, you haven't. You can turn it around and say, there's 30% that you're responding to it. It's not to go against them. It doesn't mean that you're trying to catch somebody. I don't want you to think that. What I want you to think about is how valuable is that? Because what the other companies are doing, when you get an 80, 90%, I know this sounds stupid. It gives you a little star or whatever, right? Because you're above 90, your ads will go further than anybody else's at a 3% or 30%. They're going to push that other ads because people are responding. So think about that. Wow, engagement. This all comes together when you see these last few slides of it works for you, not against you. If you have somebody, I always recommend, listen, you need to train somebody that really understands, right? And then can teach the team. Marketing, it's hard for marketing because they got other things to market. Go figure, right? But they don't know how to do this. And I'm not saying respectively, but a lot of the companies, they don't have time. They're not going to do your job postings for you. They're not going to read your insights because at the end of the day, they just want to get these positions filled. But if you follow these and answer your messages, go back from a couple months ago. I'm telling you, it works. Re-engage with the person. Hey, it's been a while. Right there. Think of that. All it is, engagement again. So all your messages. The next one, I like this one too because it really fills it out. There we go. That's it. So it's called, activity. Now, this was, I told you about your messages, but what I like about this next one is the activity shows everything. Everything from likes to shares to engagements to everything. Their names. You can't miss it here. You're right here. It just gives you everything. Let me make sure this is activity. Yep, all on the left-hand side. You could just pull that up and you can see everybody's activity on it. Their names. So maybe somebody clicked on it, right? Okay. What are you going to do with it? What do you do with your likes? What do you do? Right? There is a way that when you go scroll at the bottom of your ad and you have 100 likes, click on that, and it's going to bring up all the people's name, and then you invite them right there. A lot of people don't know that. You can invite all 10. If they're not on your page, if they just liked it, invite them to like your page. That's how easy it is. And a lot of people do not utilize that function. And I'm telling you, that's how you build your likes. Besides activity, getting them to like your page, it's not, what it does is you'll see here, it really makes you a great audience, but get those people to like it. You can have them walk in, hey, do a raffle, little tickets, $50 end of the month or 100, but before you fill out our application, you have to show us that you liked our page. But with all those other ones, invite. Sometimes you can get up to 50 to 100 people. When you're running a job fair, interested, go after their names. Listen, you have their name, reach out to them. There you go. You have every single thing in front of you. Everything is there. The name, the area. If they like the page, they're probably right in your area. Now, does it take time? Yes. But the time is worth for one person to really excel this. And once you get used to it, it really is. It's easy because now you know what you're doing. You can do it on your cell phone app, over the weekend. I know people don't like doing that, but I did it and it does work. And some of the staffing companies are working Saturdays now. And there's a lot of ways that you can utilize your team as recruiters over the weekends to give them some time off during the week. And maybe they'll want to answer the messages on the weekend. That's a great way to do it. Somebody with a family that has to take 4 hours off. Hey, Jill, Bob, you want to just leave 4 hours early, but on the weekend, answer all the messages. That's gold. It's priceless. I'm telling you, they're home. A lot of people call off during the weekends. You got to utilize this all together and you're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to get more candidates than the person down the street, besides the hourly rate if they're looking, but you can still sell a company. You can sell your company. If you have a bad rap, well, you got to fix it. No excuses. This ain't going anywhere. So what you have now, again, you're going to struggle. There's no way around it. But this here, I'm not saying it because I'm saying it because I want to help. And this is what I've learned through all this called Business Suite. So let me move on to the next one. The next one is, let's see, right here. Okay, that's the activity. Then we're going to go to right here, home page. All right, this is just the home page. All this is this is where we talked about before. Looks have all your images, how many shares, reactions. Look on these. I don't know if you can see it, but when you're talking 0 or 2 reactions, it's senseless. But here you can select the video, you can write a post, you can create the story. I've told people before, stories are the best way to get yourself out there. It takes longer, right? Keep it about 35, 40 seconds. And then you're going to get those ads in there. So people that utilize stories are more successful likely because, they just put in a single ad. So really look at that function and look at the data saying, wow, people reached 19 and you're a big company, right? A staffing company, you only reached, I see it. You can see it. If you ever want to look at it, 54 likes or 54 people reach. You're not going to win at that. You're not going to win because of Ads Manager. I'm going to show you that. The next one is designing your ads and keeping it what the candidate, when they first see that ad, right? So this is just my own company on the side. I've been DJing for 26 years. So I did this ads for weddings. I'm going to click it on and click it off. And you tell me what I do. Ready? Look at that. Right there. DJ Weddings right there. Look, beautiful, right? That image there, this page, this ad I made got a lot of reviews and I probably picked up 2 or 3. I'm waiting on a third one if I can get that. But look, boom, weddings. What does your company represent? What do you have? What makes your image stand out? Would it be Tesla? Maybe a Tesla car? Would it be Crayola, crowns? Would it be XPO logistics like trucks and big warehouses? That's where you got to get creative because you're going to use your trends that I told you before. You're going to utilize them to get your information when you build a design. So when I build a design here, this is something like you create the ad. This is where I try to explain to people. It's not just posting those ones and sharing it to all these job boards. It might work with 2 or 3 of them. I'm not going to say it's all, but when you design your own page for Instagram and for your social media, And automatic enhancements, I'll explain what that is. That's just going to push your ads out there on how you create it. So that's on creating ads. You do every single thing that you want to do to create it. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So up here, this is it. This is your mothership. Let me tell you, when it comes to Ads Manager, mothership. Every single thing, when you design your ad, you are designing it. You're putting the image, maybe you're putting 5, turning them into a video. Maybe you're doing a 30-second video clip. It doesn't matter. You have brand. I'm going to read some of these off. So in here, when you do this, it's right here. Website, where you're creating your audience, website, app, videos, lead forms. Yes. Oh, let me go over here. Sorry. I'm out of there. When I say lead forms for sales, you don't even know that, right? For sales. Listen, HR never stops working. I love HR departments because I get to give them credit. They're one of the hardest working. I don't know if I want to go to HR because they do all the staffing now, which isn't right. HR is there to help humans. Just shooting it out there, saying, hey, human resources you have to respect. But Facebook page, events, Instagram, customer, on Facebook listings, all this. And there's a little arrow over here when you're building your ads, the age brackets, which doesn't change right now. They've taken that away. It's just, and I see why. But everything you need to know when you're building your ads, creating it, going out of all your demographics, right? Everything interest you can look at. Say you're hiring in the logistics. You only want to target, say, warehouse interest. Pick 1 or 2. You're going to watch the needle go like this. So if all of a sudden I'm building my ad and I'm going for reaches now versus traffic, boom, needle's still low, warehouse. Okay. Let me look on their supply chain for the interest. There's interest that you've never even heard of on there. I'm telling you, highest paid on the zip codes, and you can really build yourself an employee if you really want. But there's a needle on there that goes up and down. So if you might have to use 2 or 3 interests, but you only want to utilize 1 city. Don't go putting on there like over here. I wouldn't put Easton, Allentown, Bethlehem. I would put Allentown, expand out a circle, because you don't want social media, the Facebook page, working double. And that'll happen because the training that I've taken, I didn't know that. So when I put Allentown, I go like a 25-mile radius, and it includes everything within there, plus your interest. And you're going to use your gauge, your needle, to see that. So this way, like I've told before, if you're in the middle of a cow field in logistics and you're in like Albertus, wow, good luck. Because when I put in there warehouse interest, it doesn't move. When I put supply chain, it doesn't move. When I put, manufacturing, it doesn't move. You have to put in so many interests just for Albertus to get somebody that's in a cow field to work at a logistics center. Some other creative way you got to add. You got to bring that, expand out 30 miles, and you'll start seeing at 30 miles that it goes up. But that's an insight that you want to look at. That is so interesting of an insight to know, because when I've had a couple of companies, before I would talk to them, I'd be like, whoa, I would know even at that pay rate. It's not even about the pay rate. It's about how you're going to get the people there, and it takes you a lot just to get what you want. But don't underestimate, if you're looking for a certain city or a town, that you can just expand it. If you want to utilize one town and knowing that they're only going to drive 10 to 15 miles, think smartly on that, and you'll find yourself. So again, this is what that all is right here. And when you learn the gender, you can't use certain genders, but you can put interest of what your employees or your candidates like. Because again, you go back to all your insights. Maybe who drinks Dunkin' Donuts coffee, right? Who drinks Starbucks, right? Who shops at Walmart? Who shops at Macy's? Who drinks Coke? Who drinks Pepsi? There's so many interests, accounting, engineering, there is everything. So you build off your interest and your insights. So that's a really good way to utilize that. The last one here, nope, I have 2 more. So let me see down here. I'm just getting used to all this. There we go. And I am at that. Oh, when you're building your ad, one of the most important things I can tell you, the most important things is you have to click on employment when you're building your ad. And you'll see that when you go in there. There's credit, employment, housing, and social issues and elections. I don't even go there. I don't even like saying that word. You can do it. There's ways around that you can target, the governments and the elections, different things. I would stay away from it. It'll freeze you up. It'll lock you out. Stay away. That's the biggest word. Don't. Click on the A/B test. I told you before, A/B, which image is running better for you. But click on that employment, because if you don't, your ad's not getting out there that much. So that's on that part. Last, what I really like is, I'm going to take you up to here and then we're going to call it. So this image right here, and this is the last one, I promise. So this is all my audiences for results was Nestle. Look, special audience for Hit Hard. I just named them stuff. Forklift, Reading, PA, forklifts, housing, office spaces, David Sales. So what happens there, this is the last thing, is, so when you place that ad in Ads Manager, it's not going to show up on your Facebook feed. You're not going to see it. Everybody's going to say, did you post? Yeah. Because you're boosting only to those targeted interests. So that's where you're going. Listen, when I post an ad, I don't want my wife. My wife can like it. That's great. My friends, hey, they like it, right? But why would I want to pay for them to like it? So put your ad out there normal. Put it out there. Don't stop what you're doing there. Just fill it up. Let them like it and share it and all that. But behind the scenes, when it's like 39 cents, 50 cents a click, you can drop it down further. Sometimes it's $1.39 starting out. But if you know what you're doing with your insights, you can drop that down. And it really is a great price for your ads. Sometimes you can get about, like I said, 7 cents every time somebody clicks on it. So when they do that, whatever you're running your ads for, like I run a $2 ad every day. I just keep it on $2 a day. Say like the page, this page here, to promote your website, whatever you want. It doesn't even use $2. You can put $3. Listen, it doesn't even matter the size of the company. So if I was trying to find a company that has, let's just say 1,000 candidates, man, you put them out. You think I'm joking, but you put $100 down on that. Oh, you got it. Now it's going to cost you a little bit more because everything that's been going on pre-COVID and all like that. But the return, because you're only going after who you're posting for. That P&L, nobody wants to look at their P&L anymore. But think about that. Only going. So after it's all done, you've run that first ad, right? Then I save it right here. So if I wanted to look for forklift drivers right here, custom audience, right? It's all ready to go. I make my ad. I add that audience to it, to a new ad. So now I've gotten everybody that's looked at it. It captures everything. You can get somebody that just liked your page. You can get somebody that shared your page. You can get somebody that did a little heart, whatever you want to say on that stuff, and go after them. So the next ad, you're going to put that first audience in, and you're going to end up making another audience. You can make up to 3, 4, 5 audiences at once. That's the secret, because it saves you a lot of time when you're making these ads up and the audiences. Listen, if it was on a Friday, you know what? Shoot, man, we got an hour left. And what? Put on there 3 to 4 audiences. And you can put, I had forklift, I had customer service reps, call centers. Listen, whatever you name it, mechanics. I have one on there for mechanics. So if anybody did check it out, it's just, it adds up to you. So if you see all these things that I've talked about, it really, really helps. I'm not just saying that. So in closing, and I'm serious, if you really take this to heart, if you really want to help your candidates and help your companies, listen, because I'm done with logistics. I've walked away from logistics staffing right now. I could find people, but you can find as many as you want, and then you're engaging with them, then they don't return. I can't afford to do that, because I don't have all the resources that some other companies do. But if you're in there, wow, I'll tell you, you will win, and you'll do that ad on a Friday real quick. Boom. Monday morning, you'll see, or somebody to answer the messages on a Saturday or Sunday, and you're going to win. I'm telling you, so worth it. So go to Business Suite, and then Ads Manager, and you're going to succeed. I can tell you, you're not going to fill all your orders like magically, but you're going to take them away from other companies. And like I said before, if everybody thinks that September 6th, when they take away this incentive, the surplus, right? Stimulus, that's not going to change. Nothing is going to change that much when that market hits, because you don't know if they're going to extend it longer. Families, there's a lot of different reasons why a lot of the people aren't working. So everybody's always saying, yeah, they're working, sitting at home. Well, maybe there is some, and there probably is. But there's also some families that may be needing a different shift, right? Think of it this way. If you change up some of those shifts, I know I'm going off subject here real quick, that's the worst thing right now. Some of these idiotic friggin', what the hell are you thinking? 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. 12-hour shifts. Listen, the way everything is right now, I saw one for 12-hour shifts for 5 days, 6 days straight. Get out of here. You are going to have a hard time filling that. Think of a family, if you had to do something on a short term, because you can. Everybody can adjust when it's convenient to you, just like we did at COVID, right? You could do drug screening, background checks, right? You did it because it satisfied you and it worked for you. So now what's working or what's not working, right? Change your shifts. Make them more family friendly. You can do it. There's no excuse. I don't care what anyone says, because if you made it through COVID, you can do something different for your team now. And, you'll cut back on those call-offs. And, listen, on the weekends, I've seen them just do the weekend shifts. They're great, but summertime's here. I wouldn't be putting them on no 10 hours. I'd be putting them maybe 8, right? Because what you have, again, is what you're only going to get. Peak season's not even here yet, right? Wait till September hits when everybody's trying to find jobs now. Candidates, think about that. Peak season. For some companies, it's here right now, but the big push is around the holiday. Come September, you better be ready to build that up by 500 to 1,000 candidates in some of these warehouses. And I'm sorry, there's so many opening up right now in this Lehigh Valley. I just shake my head, because all you're going to get is the people from the other companies bouncing from there to the other one because it's new. So this is your chance to really how you stand out, how you represent yourself on your same page here. Listen, your culture, talk about it. Have videos, talk to your clients, have a client interview, live video. That live video function, I see a couple of great companies doing it right now. Interview the people, have fun, show them, listen, how was your day? Let HR do HR and let them go out on the floor and ask the people, how's it going? Do you have any problems? Get ahead of the problems first, get ahead of it. And try to stop them from leaving. Like, hey, how's everything going? What do you think? Put a box up there again for comments, or recommendations they can drop in there. I know that's stupid, some people think, but that's what we did years ago. And you got to combine social media and grassroots right now. You need them both. If you both succeed in grassroots and social media, you're going to win. So on that note, wow, 47 minutes again. So everybody have a great weekend. Remember, if you want to work a little bit less and have some weekends off, it's a way to go. Thanks, everyone.